Track wrestling here in Colorado Springs World Team Training Camp with three-time World Olympic champion Kyle Snyder. Just posed for a picture. Buckeye big guys, Chase Singletary, Greg Kirkvliet, yourself. It's going to be a pretty good situation there.
Yeah, Greg just got in this summer, so he's a monster, man. Every year I feel like there's somebody coming into college who I'm like, this is the best high school wrestler I've ever seen in my life, you know. And then the next year someone else comes, and next year someone else comes, and I think that Greg is one of those guys. He's really, really talented. He loves wrestling and learning, and he's just going to get tougher and bigger and stronger. So I'm excited about his future. And Singletary, keeping the 97-kilo weight strong, making the U23 team. So he's worked hard, and he's improved a lot this summer as well. So I'm excited for him.
How many times you rolled around with Greg so far?
We wrestle a lot. Yeah, we wrestle. You know, when he's in Columbus, we wrestle a bit, and then here we wrestle twice or three times at camp. So
how does that help you to have a big guy that's that athletic and can do the things that he can do? Where does that help you?
Yeah, those guys like Cox and Gadsden and Greg, where they're long and their feet are fast, and Miles Martin, those guys, those are the best guys for me to wrestle, because anybody that's just going to stand and hand fight with me, I can do that all day long and it's no problem. But the guys that move and don't let me touch them are the ones that are most difficult for me to compete against. So I've been getting better with it and continue wrestling him, and he's a great challenge. So, yeah.
What have been the biggest focal points for you with your wrestling here in the last year?
Biggest focal points, top has been a big point. Trying to get better on top, turning people when I wrestle them. Working in chest lock, crotch lock positions, scoring front headlocks when I get the opportunity, get somebody underneath me, and then just releasing my hands from the head and touching people's legs and getting their wrist and pulling it down and hanging on it and creating different angles when I get to their head, not just always driving forward and backward, but side to side as well. So,
how have things changed since you're no longer taking classes now? You're training full-time on freestyle. What does your schedule look like now versus before?
It looks pretty similar. I mean, just take the classes out and I'm pretty much doing the same thing without the college duels. So, yeah, go to practice and then hang out at my house, and then go to practice in the afternoon and chill out. I don't really, people ask me what I like to do for fun. I like reading a lot, and I like just relaxing, so I don't really, similar schedule.
What are you reading right now?
I read the Bible the most out of anything. I would say like 95% of the time I'm reading the Bible, but also read like just history of the church and different reformations that have happened from the time that the temple was destroyed in 70 AD, and so now I'll read about that. And I'm also reading this book called The Language of God. So just interesting stories.
You've taken a leadership role with this program, and I guess how much ownership do you feel in the entire program, not just yourself, not just 97 kilos?
Yeah, I mean, I want everybody to wrestle well because we're on a team, and I want to win the world team title just like I want to win the individual title, you know. So everybody here is a leader, though. I don't mind being vocal and yelling and different stuff like that during practice to get people fired up. And but everybody here is a leader. Jordan's a leader. Dayton's a leader. I mean, you can't. It's really hard to make the world team if you're not a leader. So you don't have to. It's not a typical role where you're really challenging people and making sure people are doing the correct things. Everybody's pretty much doing the right thing. It's just saying some words every once in a while.
Why is the culture so strong with this program right now?
That's a good question. Coach J'den does a really good job building off of Bruce, building off of Zeke. I mean, and Coach J'den's been here for a long time with the developmental program and moving up the national team and world team coach. Coach Jackson's a really good coach, Coach Russell. So we have really good people leading us. And then I just think for some reason right now there's just people who love wrestling and have good morals, good character. A lot of them are believers in Christ. I think that plays a huge role in the way that in the way that people act, and the way people think, and the way people care about each other. So
How have you groomed yourself to lead?
And my parents helped me, but I was kind of like born with it. I've always been a leader ever since I was a kid. When I was 5 years old in kindergarten, people picked me to be the team captain out at recess, you know? So it's not something that I've been groomed in a sense as I've gotten better and better at sports. More people have poured into me. Hundreds of people have poured into me and helped me become the person that I am today. And then the best leadership book there is in the world is the Bible, and I read that a lot and learn from it.
You rolled around with J'den the last couple days, or maybe the last week. I haven't been here the whole time, but
try to go with him as much as I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Why so? What does he do for you?
He's one of the toughest guys in the world around my weight. You know, even though he's at 92 kilo, he's out of everybody that I could wrestle at 97 kilo. He's one of the toughest. I mean, him and Sajalayev, I think, are the two toughest people that I've got to wrestle with. So, and everybody, I mean, Taylor presents challenges, Quiz presents challenges, but J'den, in regards to the way that he competes, makes it real difficult for me because he's fast and he's hard to tie up with, and I like that challenge. And he's competitive, so if you beat him one day, he'll come back the next day and he wants to go again, and same for me. So we can go back and forth like that.